What's up, everybody? Welcome to Cracker Hunters. I'm Carolina Hitman.
I'm Anubis.
And today we got another quarter of that statue to review for y'all today. And today we have Mortighull. And yeah, as you can see, it's huge. It's not huge, but it is very large.
It's huge.
Yeah, well, I think Dimethal is a little bit bigger than him.
Oglaville.
No, Oglaville is not as big.
He's weight bigger.
Yeah, I think weight big. No, I think this one's pretty heavy. But
let's be honest, they're all pretty.
They
all
awesome.
weigh quite a bit.
Yeah. But yeah, so we got Mortighull here, and this right here is one of my favorites. I think it's going to be one of my top 10.
He's got to be Bone Faction, isn't he?
Yes, of course. Okay. Yeah, he's Bone Faction. So, what do you want? You want to start off, or you want me to start off today?
You know, I want to start off with some positives on this one.
Okay, all right. So Anubis is going to kick it off today.
Man, I'm telling you, this guy has some detail.
Yes, he does.
From the base all the way up, it is pure nothing but intricacy and detail.
Yep.
I mean, it's a beautiful statue. It really is. There's only really one complaint that I have about it, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, we'll talk about it because I know it's the same complaint I have.
Same as yours.
Yep.
But honestly, it's not that bad. It's not as bad as you'd think. But let's talk about this, though. Let's talk about some of the detail that goes into this etching of this statue.
Man,
I couldn't even imagine.
Whew,
I couldn't imagine the hours.
I know,
put
man.
in just for the sculpting.
I know, because you got to think, man. It has skulls everywhere. Like his entire armor, from head to toe, it's covered with skulls. It's amazing. Like I agree with Anubis. The etching that had to go into this had to have been ridiculous.
What's his job?
I think he's one of the Reaper, not generals, but one of the Reaper warriors, like Dimethal. Dimethal's a general, and I think Mortighull is like right underneath him as far as his position in the Bone Faction.
Okay, so we know he's in the Bone Faction.
Yes,
the skull.
Exactly.
Yeah, the skull. I mean, he doesn't have any flesh on him. He's got a little bit, but it's really not as important as a lot of like his armor. Man,
right.
His armor is impressive.
Detailed. Like, man, I always love that hint of green. Signifying the oxidation of the metal that it's
copper.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I love how they put that green there and just signifying that oxidation that takes place in like copper and stuff like that. I always think that's pretty cool because they've done that with Dimethal, with him. And I think there's a few more.
I think they did it with Collecibles too.
I think a little bit with Collecibles. I had to look at that one, but yeah. But there's a few of them I think. But his is a standout, man, because there's so much etching.
There's so much.
There's a lot of crevices that oxidation you can get into, and it really highlights that.
Yeah, they really kind of do. I mean, they kind of hit the spot.
Oh, yes, this shirt is awesome, by the way. I'm just throwing it out there.
Wow.
His is awesome too, but not as awesome as mine.
Well. I agree.
Anyway.
Talking about the statue, I mean, I don't know why they decided to go with copper for the armor.
I don't know either, but it's awesome. I don't care what the reason was. And
maybe
we're assuming it's copper.
It's got to be. I mean,
well,
it's the only thing
it's
the only thing that rusts green that I can think.
I think there's another metal that
I'm not really a chemist, so
me neither.
So
please let us know in the comment section if there's another metal that has that green oxidation. Let us know.
Yeah,
but
anything else that rusts green.
Man, this one statue has to have at least 100 skulls on them, at least.
Oh shit, dude! There's 100 skulls just on the torso.
That's what I'm saying. At least that many.
Nah.
I love his armor. Like his armor,
dude, it's metal.
Man, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's definitely metal.
Like the skulls right here and his shoulder pads,
his chest armor.
I mean, it's so much detail in this.
Oh,
like Man, honestly, this is...
Dude, they even simulate the chainmail pretty well.
And this is actual metal too, by the way. The chain back on there.
I'm talking to the chainmail, right? Like underneath the armor.
And of course, paint application is always, I mean, it's perfect. And I love the look of his face. The skull on his face. It missing half a face.
Not only that, but the scar on the skull.
Right. And I love how they did on the skull, where you can see in the sides right here, where it's basically those crests are hammered or, well, I'd
like
say
Zal.
Yeah, like Zal, yes. Hammered into his skull. And it just looks amazing.
Or just growing around it.
Or one of the other, I didn't think skulls grew like that. And that I mean.
Yeah, they're kind of like a tree, it kind of grows around what's on them.
Maybe, I don't know, I'm not that much.
I mean, if you got like, it's kind of like the way they do in, the tribes and stuff.
Right.
Like, your bones kind of grow around. Shit.
Okay, got you. Now, one thing too, man, we haven't talked about is the base. I love the skulls and the rib cages, man.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I love the dirt too, for real. The dirt, it's not real dirt. It doesn't come off or anything.
Right.
But it simulates it pretty well.
Yeah, it does. And I just love the extra, like I said, the bones and the rib cages and stuff like that. And it shows the spinal cord right here. Like it's a lot of detail in this statue that you gotta go over.
It's cool, man.
And that's one of the things, like, it's almost overwhelming.
It really kind of is, though.
But it's for me, it's almost overwhelming, but it's not right there. It's almost, but not quite there.
It's almost like if you take steampunk, except make it bones.
Right.
Everything's got a function. Every bone has a function. Like, you look at like the armor. The armor it's not really bone. It's copper. I simulated copper. But it's got a function. Like like on the arms right here, like it's the rib look.
Right, but it's still armor.
Yeah,
it looks amazing.
Efficient. It looks efficient.
Right. It looks like something that would protect them in battle.
It's like a bone version of steampunk.
Right.
Except awesome.
I love the wings too, man. But this is a little slight. I wasn't expecting this, but I like the wings, and it.
I think that might just be like a position.
Right.
Like, oh, well, look at me. I got these, dude. So
true. Now,
take my order.
On to one of, like I said, I don't have many complaints about this statue at all. Like, this is easily a top 10 statue, which we're going to do a top 10 video of updated one.
Yeah.
But one of my complaints, and if you watched any of my videos before, any of my statue reviews before this one, I do not like the fact that the sword's not metal. I think for me, and especially since they've got the Court of the Dead have gotten me so used to them adding metal, with the exception of Aglavale, because his damn sword is just so huge.
Aglavale, and I think Kiar.
No, hers are metal.
No, not on the new one.
Oh, now that one I'm not sure. I haven't stuck a magnet to it yet. But the first one was, but I'm not sure about the second one. But hers at least simulates metal better than this one. Like, this one looks dull, a little too dull.
Yeah,
and it doesn't really give off the impression of being metal. That's the problem.
It doesn't even look metal.
No, exactly, and that for me, it's one of the main.
Hell, even Aglavale's look. Kind of.
Exactly, his kind of gives off the impression of being metal because it had that silver tint to it.
Can you take a hand off or anything?
Yeah. Let me see. No. Okay. But
we were gonna just show you.
Yeah, and I think for me, it doesn't look metal. It looks plastic.
Yeah, it seems. Yeah.
Yeah, and
too much.
In a way, I can understand them going with the plastic,
but they could have done better.
I think the paint job to make it simulate that metallic look could have been done a little bit better.
Yeah, they could have definitely done better. look how flimsy it is when you even rotate it.
Yeah, exactly.
It is a long sword, but even in with the hilt, right here, these even look like right here.
Yeah, those look metal. It's more.
I don't know. It seems almost like it looks fragile too.
Well, fair enough, but it looks more metal because the blade itself has to have that silver shine to it to simulate metal better than what this is. The hilt,
flimsy.
Well, that too. But the hilt, I can understand it. It looks metal, and I'm not expecting that silver sheen to it because it's a hilt.
Yeah. Well, it's supposed to be like that copper copper
Right.
look to it.
I just think the blade could have been done a little bit better.
Oh, a little bit?
Yeah, well, a lot better. Okay, that's fair
That's
enough.
really the downfall of the statue, honestly.
Yeah, well, no, but see, the good thing about it is the statue has so much else going on that the sword itself is more of a background. It doesn't take away from the statue itself. Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, when you're looking straight at it, though,
that sword is the last thing in your mind.
It's right here on the chest.
For me, that's what you want. You don't want a side piece on your statue to take away from the statue that you really want to focus on.
You know what? You know what I just noticed though. You know what this chest piece reminds me of?
What's that?
Remember Hellboy 2, the Golden Army?
Yes, Death.
Yes. That's what that. I mean, it's got the 4 wings and everything, and the fucking eyes in it.
Which, if you can't see it on the video, I'll make sure at the end of the video, which I always do, I'll post some pictures. So at the end of the video, you'll see some up close pictures, so you can get a more detailed look at it. Now, my only other complaint, and it's a small one, it's not really a great one. I think it's almost close to having too much going on. Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate detail. I appreciate all the detail they put into it and all the work they did, but it's almost too much. Like all the skulls, all the armor pieces, it's almost too much going on in this statue.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming.
Yeah, it's a little overwhelming.
And then you got this cloth right here that's perfectly worn and dirty.
Yes, which they did.
I mean, perfect.
On the cloth,
that's exactly what you want.
Yes, and the cloth they did simulate the weathered look really well. Like I said, I'll flip it around for y'all.
Perfect.
Yes, so it looks like a worn cape
and it's dirty.
Yes, so they did a good job on that. I just wish they would have scaled some. And I know it's weird to complain about an abundance of detail, but I do wish they scaled it back a little bit. Just because it is, like Anubis said, it's so overwhelming when you see all this stuff going on in your statue.
It's like you can't appreciate some things, or I mean, you want to come back and be like, okay, I found this new, this new. But if there's like a million new things,
exactly, and that's the thing. Like it would take a little while for me to really go over the entire piece and really appreciate every detail, because as soon as you appreciate something else draws your attention, so you can't really focus on one thing.
Yeah, like that elbow piece.
Right. I love the knee greaves. I know the knee braces.
Yeah, they're greaves.
Greaves, yeah. So it's not there. It's almost too much, but it's scaled back enough to where it's not too much going on, but it's right there.
Honestly, it's like a critic's nightmare.
Yeah.
It's just too awesome.
And like I said, this is an amazing statue.
We haven't even talked about the mask yet.
Oh, that's right. Damn, I forgot about that. Yeah, so I got the exclusive version that came with the extra mask and the stand, by the way. So that's
magnetic.
Yes. So one of the things I do appreciate, Quarter to Dead, please keep doing this. I love the fact that you're understanding, like, it's better to make the mask separate than an entire head, but please make sure you continue giving us stands for these extra pieces, because it really does help, especially when you're displaying it in your case or or like me on your shelves. It helps display it a lot better, because if you don't have a stand, you gotta lay it down flat and it doesn't work. So thank you for including these stands with the last, like with Kair and this one. Please continue doing this. This is awesome.
That's even more, a little bit too much.
Exactly. And see, when you add the mask, I agree.
No, you gotta actually look at it.
Yeah, I did. I've already looked at it. And when you add the mask, it's another piece of armor that's adding
awesome.
to it. Yeah,
it's awesome.
And like I said, this entire statue is awesome. It's just, like I said, I think it's almost too much going on it.
I mean, hell, you even got like the simulation of the chainmail underneath the armor.
Right.
That looks awesome.
Yes, and we haven't even talked about the hands that are chained together that are on the back of them. And the chains right here are actual metal, because it does stick to a magnet. So I know these are actual metal, but
it seems like that they don't make any sense though.
And that's one of the things that was confusing, why he has his hands chained behind his back. I don't know what that's supposed to signify.
You feel like if you're in the war, you figure you
want all the advantages. Yeah.
So, I wouldn't want them.
So I'm not sure. I have to read, because that book that came out. I have to read and see if there's a significance behind the chained hands behind his back. But
maybe they're uncontrollable. I don't know.
I don't know. But it still looks awesome, but it's a little confusing as to why his hands are chained behind his back. That's all.
You know what's also cool is that they went with the same texture style on the base of this little mask holder.
Yes, as far as the bronze oxidation and everything.
The copper.
Copper. The bronze, I think, is the other one that does that too. I'm not sure, but I think bronze is the other
I've seen a lot of bronze stuff that's been underground for a while.
I don't know.
It's still bronze.
Like I said, for all our subscribers, is there another metal besides copper that has that green oxidizes with that green tint? Let us know, please do, because I want to know.
I mean,
I'm curious.
If it is bronze, dude, I mean, I think that now,
I don't know,
because we use that we use that
no, that's copper.
Well, we use that. Yeah, we use bronze in the funeral home caskets.
He used to be an undertaker, by the way.
Well,
yeah,
they know.
Creepy fucking job, but
it wasn't bad. It was actually pretty cool.
It's still creepy, cool or not.
It was still cool.
But like I said, those are my only two complaints about the statue, because I appreciate the detail in it, because
there's like fucking there's 15 skulls on just this.
Well, I'll say this, man, the Bone Faction, man, Court of the Dead, you make sure you put those damn skulls in those statues.
Dude, it's totally metal. I love it.
Yes. And like I said, the statue is amazing. Like, I would easily put this in the top 10 because of the detail in it, and I can tell the time it took to, like you said, etch out all those skulls and designs.
Just the wings in general, like just the wings, the skulls, the spine on the back.
Right. It's a lot going on, but
I'm gonna lift it up just because I want to see. Yep, there's more skulls.
Now, one thing I do appreciate about this statue over the Demethyle statue, which is kind of similar to this one, not quite, but a little bit, is Anubis. They listen to you, because I remember you complaining about his vestments covering his legs.
Yeah.
So you couldn't appreciate his armor on his legs.
This right here is the perfect proportion.
Yes, like I said, just the back where you're not really missing anything, and you still can appreciate the armor on the front.
Well, it wasn't just Demethyle, or it wasn't just Demethyle down there, or him. I mean, they did it with Pinhead.
But Pinhead, that makes sense though. Pinhead, you never seen.
They did it with Aglavale.
Yeah, because it does.
They did it with Death.
And Cleopsis. Yeah. So it looks like they actually listened to you. I'm not saying you did Court of the Dead just specifically to Anubis, but it looks like you did. It kind of looks like you did. I'm just saying it did. It does. But
it's just the right amount.
Yes, it is.
And honestly, it is.
To where you can still have a cool ass lower
you got the
and still appreciate the armor in the front.
Yeah.
So it was a perfect mix. All right, so anything else you want to add to this awesome statue?
Oh man, now that I'm looking at it, the hilt of the actual sword's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it is too, yeah.
I love how it's a two-handed sword. I love his stuff, man. It looks beautiful. Most of it's really not tactical, but some of it is. Like,
can you imagine getting these in the face with one of those damn skulls?
Could you imagine getting hit in the face with one of them fists?
Oh yeah, because he's got like damn spikes on his damn.
Got blades on his fist, man. That's cool. But or headbutted by that fucking helmet.
Which, I'm sorry, I prefer the unmasked version. Well, I do.
Hey, nobody's disagreeing with you on that. I think the mask looks too old man. You know what I mean?
I gotta say, I don't think, I don't think the mask completely matches his character as much when you put it on. It's a little off-putting, just a little bit, for me.
I almost wish I knew their language, dude, because there's all kinds of that shit written on the blade, or on the hilt of the blade.
Right.
I love
the little, they even got little balls back here. Like I said, man.
Every time we turn this around, there's so much coming at you.
They got some right here. Like, don't get me wrong, this is an amazing piece. Like the Court of the Dead.
Did you see the teeth right here?
Yeah, I saw I did. The Court of the Dead, man, they do a good job in putting a lot of detail.
The Bone Faction symbols on his shoulders.
Yep. So just Court of the Dead, I would recommend, if you ever watch this video, just scaling it back a little bit to where it's not as much going on the statue. That's it. Like I said, the blade not being metal and the overwhelming nature of the statue is really my only two complaints. And they're not really big complaints, they're just minor ones. Because
the overwhelming one,
it's not a big complaint.
That one's not really even a complaint.
It's really not. It's a personal preference.
It's like, oh man, it's
too much awesome.
Yeah, that's it right there. Too much awesome.
That's really all it is. But you got anything else to add, man?
No, brother. I mean,
so
it's a cool statue.
Yes, it is.
It is so cool. It's metal.
So we're gonna give our grades now. So what would be your grade for this statue?
You know, honestly, I think I'm gonna go ahead and give it an A+. And I'm gonna use one of your negatives. Is it's just too awesome. And the only reason why I'm not throwing the S out there is because, man, this sucks, dude.
Yeah, and I agree. That
sucks so hard that it just takes away a grade, dude.
And for me, I would give it an A because I agree with Anubis. The blade not being metal, and they didn't really do it. And again, it's a criticism, but it's not a harsh criticism because I really wish they would have done a better job simulating metal on this.
I mean, even if you
on this blade.
even if you aren't going to use metal, dude, come on.
At least simulate it a little bit better.
Look how flimsy that is.
I'm not worried about the flimsiness because again, it's going to be stationary. You're not really going to be moving it around. I would have rather seen.
You could blow on it in it.
But I would have wanted it to have seen them paint this in a silver sheen, at least on the edges a little bit better.
Maybe better plastic.
I may try to paint this one because I'm good at painting the metal.
Yeah.
So I may try to do this one, but that's the only complaint is I have, like major complaint is the sword not being metal and it not being painted in a way to simulate metal better than what it is.
Okay.
But mine is an A. Yours is an A+.
Yeah. I think honestly, I kind of, now that you mention it even more, it's just, that sword sucks so hard.
Especially when you compare it to the rest of the statue.
I know.
That's the thing. And that's one of the dangers of when you have one part of a statue that sticks out.
But it's an important part.
No, I agree. But what I'm saying is that's the danger is because when you have one small piece that stands out strictly because the rest of the statue is so good, it makes it stand out even more.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and go with the A also.
A?
Yeah, just straight A.
Okay. So, I mean, like I said, this is an amazing piece. Don't get me wrong. It's
too much awesome.
Yeah. That's almost overwhelming.
It's so awesome.
But yeah, man, like I said, this is an amazing piece. And of course, if you're a Quarter of the Dead fan, I don't understand why this isn't already in your collection. Because I'm a little late to the review because this came out a while ago.
Yeah.
So it ain't too expensive, but it just took me a little while to get it.
Right.
But if you're a Quarter of the Dead fan, I don't understand why this is already in your collection. But if you're a horror fan or just
I'm digging these gowns.
Me too.
For real.
But even if you're just a fan of well done statues, I would still
art.
Yeah, art, exactly. I still recommend picking this up. It's still an awesome piece, and I think it deserves to be in someone's collection. So please, if you have the funds and you're able to do it, man, pick this up and add it to your collection.
Yeah, dude, especially if you're a fan of metal.
Yes,
that's definitely what this is.
Metal. Yeah. But everybody, we thank y'all for joining us today. On this Quarter of the Dead review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to get notified of our future videos. We will be doing a 400 subscriber giveaway eventually. Like I said, just give us a couple weeks.
It might be when we're at 450.
No, I'm gonna do way out. Every 100 we get, we try to do a little giveaway. And this giveaway, what I'm gonna do, like I said, it'll be maybe in another video or two, or it may be in the next couple weeks. Yeah, it eventually will come up. But what I'm gonna do this time, because I've given away to a couple of my subscribers, we're giving away a couple of video games. We've just done a variety of things.
Yeah.
We're giving away movies. But this time, what we're gonna do is in the video we just decide to do our giveaway, 5 subscribers. We're gonna make sure we're gonna give y'all a t-shirt from the company that makes my awesome t-shirts. And they're awesome.
They are awesome.
They are.
I'm not gonna lie. I wish I could get some of them.
So just be looking out for that, man. I know it'll be coming in the next couple weeks or so to where when I release it, just be patient. We will be giving away 5 subscribers a t-shirt from Ripped Apparel. So just be
Well,
patient.
now they're just gonna go and buy all of them.
No. We still can give one away. Yeah,
I would take a second. I don't care.
But yeah. But thanks y'all for joining us today, man. I'm Carolina Hit, man.
I'm Anubis.
We'll see y'all next time. Peace.